Entry-level mining job, where they've moved to, conversations about mining. Hi, Jess. How are you?
Great, thanks, Andrew. How you going?
Yeah, really good. I got a text message from David who completed the training about 15 months ago or 16 months ago. He's the guy that got the Pacefield job that has got the video on our Wall of Fame page. Just letting me know that he's been promoted to leading hand. And so he's been moved sites, promoted, very, very happy. Very happy. And I'll going to send him a message and see if we can get him on the channel at some stage and do a bit of an interview with him. And hopefully. But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that, he was in his early 50s and coming from a completely different industry. And yeah, he's worked his way into, what would be a $150,000 a year even time job as a leading hand. So well done, David.
That's, congratulations, David.
Excellent. So in today's video, we just want to talk about where the entry-level mining jobs have moved to, because the one thing that we've noticed on the social media channels is that there's a lot of conflicting information. So you were saying before off camera that you were reading a couple of posts from the iron ore side of things where they've been closing a mine down and half the people have been made redundant and all that sort of stuff. And I know there's a lot of stuff in lithium that's happened in, and Nickel West is shutting down and going into care and maintenance. So lithium, nickel, iron ore, it's all going into a bit of a downturn at the moment. But the other side of the coin is that gold and copper are on a huge tear at the moment. Gold price is at a record price. Everybody's trying to ramp everything up. So it's really, a two-tiered situation going on with the industry at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's been so much talk and a bit of doom and gloom about, don't join now. There's bloody no jobs. They're making people redundant left, right, and center. And it's like, yeah, but that's just one part. Like you said, that's one part. That's this part of the industry. This part's booming. Like, just jump on over. Jump on
Exactly.
over to gold. Go underground, like go get over there, get into it, get your resume done, do the training course, and go do it. Because why wouldn't you? It's probably a lot different than the role you have been doing if you have been working in a surface mining role, an iron ore or something like that. And also, it's just where the money is right now. So it's kind of the industry that it's ebbs and flows. It's always going to change like that.
It's very rarely not always up all at the same time. And we've gone through, it's been unusual the last couple of years where everything's been up. And it's
Yeah.
not normally like that.
Yeah, no. So you just have to follow where the work is. And that's, what are the best entry level roles to look at right now, Andrew? If I was a greenie and I was like, right, I want to get into mining, I have no idea what I'm doing. Where should I start? What should I be looking at?
Nipper's role underground, a truck driver's role underground, offsider on the surface or underground, a sampler's role, surface or underground, pace crew, Agi drivers underground, they need people, even service crews entry level these days because they need people.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of giving the employers what they want, somebody that knows how it all works. And it's not just in one area of the country, it's all over the country. You can have a look at our mining jobs to apply for page on the website, the underground training website. Which I loaded it up the other day, and there were jobs in Tasmania and Victoria and New South Wales and South Australia, everywhere. And of course, there were lots of jobs here in WA and north of Queensland. But yeah, it's surprising how much work is around the place when you're looking in the right areas. And also the flip side of that is that if you're looking at iron ore and coal, which is going through a bit of a downturn at the moment, it's surprising how little work is out there at the moment for new starters. It's just one of those things where, knowing how the industry works makes a huge difference. And the other thing, because like I was saying before, it's unusual that everything was up for so long. One of the downsides of that is that the shutdown circuit's been quite big for a period of time. And now that lithium and nickel and iron ore, the iron ore sites are closing down and going into care and maintenance, that shutdown circuit has shrunk quite significantly. And it means that where people are telling you to go and get a shutdown job as a way to get into the industry, it's probably it's not a good idea to start with anyway, because it doesn't really lead to anything, it just leads to more shutdown work. But at the moment, there's an oversupply of experienced shutdown people. So you're probably trying to get into an area that's already got a lot of experienced people desperate for work. So it's like anything else when you're doing something like that, it's going to be really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had a lot of people lately, especially boilermakers and fitters and tradesmen that are like, man, I used to be able to just, have a few weeks off and then, make a few calls and I'd be they just can't get any work at the moment. And they're experienced shutdown workers that have been doing it for a long time. Like it's really, really dried up a lot. So if you're banking on that and you need a regular income, I would definitely be looking at some of the other roles that Andrew's talked about and about getting more into the gold and copper side of things at the moment and getting a permanent role rather than running the shutdown crews because there's just not a lot of work out there at the moment. Everyone's looking for shutties and there's just not much happening.
Yeah, and it's just because of the downturn, and when
Yep.
mines go into care and maintenance, they don't need shutdown workers, and it's the same with the civil as well. The civil work's dried up
Yep.
a fair bit with the mining side of things because people aren't going ahead with the projects that they were going ahead with before. But yeah, for me, price. You should be looking at the prices of things. The iron ore price is going down at the moment. You just have to look at the front page of the West Australian. They're pretty obsessed with that. I wish they'd get a bit more obsessed about the gold price going up. But anyway, and the other thing, like coal, I sort of tell people when I talk to them, do you realize that coal 2 years ago was $400 a ton US? Now it's $120 a ton US. And when you put it to that perspective with people, they sort of get the idea of what's going on with it all. And you were saying before off camera that BMA's has sent a message around saying that they're going to shutter a few coal mines.
Yeah, they are in Queensland, and people are going crazy. And a few people got tagged in the post that work for BMA that hadn't actually heard that that was something that was happening. So I think it's just the shock of it all, especially if you are working for them, that you think, God, am I still going to have a job? It can be a bit scary for people. And unfortunately, that's just how the industry rolls. Yeah, they're just looking at it from purely a money perspective. They're trying to save money and keep the mine open and care and maintenance, or maybe bringing it down to a smaller scale of production for the time being. And yeah, it's just what happens, unfortunately. And it can be a bit scary, especially if you've got responsibilities and things to pay for and you're relying on that that income. But like Andrew said, you just need to upskill yourself if you need to, do a course, get some education, get your resume sorted out, and just pivot and go in a different direction for now. It doesn't mean it's forever. It may be, you may love it.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. You may find that you like the money. It's always
exactly.
fun to go to work and blow shit up. So,
Definitely.
get paid really good money to go and do it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that's what's happening in the industry at the moment, guys. It's just about doing some research and going where, they need people. I often tell people you got to go where they have no choice but to hire new starters and then give them what they want, somebody that knows how it all works. And yeah, and if you're coming from one side of the industry to the other, so if you're in coal and iron ore and you want to do one of the courses and the resume from Jess and the three-step plan, you can write all that off against tax because you're already in the industry and you're just moving from one side of the industry to the other. So it's yeah, it's all perfectly doable, and it just shows the employer that you're coming to that you really you want to make the move and you want to make a go of it, and you've educated yourself and you know what's going on, and you're going to be an asset in a short amount of time, and that's what everybody's looking for. So productive bum in a seat. So yeah, cool. All right. So if you've got any more questions about the industry and you would or you want us to answer, please send them through. And if you could share this video around and like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.